for a change. The conditions in Perth are absolutely spectacular. Beautiful shot over Optus Stadium in the city's east. That is where you will find us, right on the ground with Aaron Finch and Callum Ferguson ahead of what proves to be a top four shaping evening. Gents, good evening, good afternoon to you.
Yeah,
he is a very attractive player. Let's take a look at the Perth Scorchers lineup for tonight. One massive in, of course, amongst a couple is that of Jai Richardson.
Yeah, absolutely. Finn Allen's also back into the lineup. David Payne too. So some real big ins, and then Laurie Evans, the overseas player as well. So the two overseas coming in. This is a powerful lineup. And I think Finchy said off air to me earlier, this side would beat a lot of international teams around the world. So I think Joel Paris is a real key tonight with that new ball. He continues to take wickets in this tournament. And
everything else later on.
Love it.
We better check it.
Game for us, as Finchy said, we had a good win the other night. And
as a batsman, as much as you're going to have to wait to get
kicking as well and seeing what the wicket does.
Good term. Marsh is away and push hard for two. So in the Renegades lineup, you have the two leading wicket takeoff, 140 wickets.
A lot of deliveries.
Yeah, I think
like that.
Whoa.
That's a bit more than a check drive. That's a flush over the side screen.
That is a beauty out. Pitched up. He didn't need a second invitation. Unleashed on that one, Finn Allen. What a live wire this man is. Strikes at 180 in this format.
Trouble here. He's gone. Shut up, Khan takes the catch. Hassan Khan, sorry, takes the catch. And that's a big one to get early.
huge wicket. Again, it's just banged into the surface. And judging by the way that but Finn Allen has to go for 8. Scorchers 1 for 6.
How your side's going to track. How they're just maintaining the pressure. Now, Mark.
We are. And Berendorf strikes. Arms outstretched. Back where he had such an impact. Making an impact again.
Well, there it is. They've lured him in. Looking to hit hard down the ground and over the top. Trying to get the maximum. Jason Berendorf, again, length control is exquisite. And this one, just nipping back enough and taking the top of middle and leg. Wonderful bowling from the experienced campaigner. And
team, Renegades. Lofted down the ground. Marsh goes long and strong.
That's serious batting from Mitch Marsh. First ball, not allowing Sutherland to settle. He uses his feet just slightly down the wicket. It's just a little shimmy, but it gets him out to the ball.
And he gets that through the infield. Only be one though. There's Elliott. First game for the Renegade.
Talk to us about the dynamics of this team with Cooper Connolly in there too. What makes this side so strong, so consistent?
Oh, it's the best batting lineup that we've ever had, and we've got a beautiful blend of like batsmanship and power this year, I think, and that's clearly illustrated by the two that are out there now. Bison, brute power, Aaron Hardy, manipulate the ball around and can hit exactly what that is, but it's an exciting time for back left off. It's just that's huge.
Shot.
Second tier.
That's enormous. That is, and it's been dropped, Ash. Bloke with the stubby in hand has put it to grass. We've seen a few of those taken. Hey, it's great to chat with you. Thanks very much. Not all players, when they're hurt, can...
Beaton caught behind. A little feather. And Mohammad Rizwan with the quick hands. So they get Marsh.
It's a huge wicket. Mitch Marsh has been in wonderful form for the Perth Scorchers. And on this occasion, he just tries to force it so hard off the back foot. And there's a fraction. Marsh goes for 27. It's 3 for 49.
Under his most significant score. Hit down the ground. 6 more.
Ashton Turner at his very, very best. He's got such long levers. So out of the hand, Hassan Khan would have thought that that's a good length delivery. That's executed where he wants to. But the reach of Turner allows him to still swing through the line. Anywhere near the middle of...
Gives himself a bit of room and hits that nicely through the offside. Fraser McGurk whips it in, but they're comfortably home for
his head, and then there, just utilise.
Catch it!
Here's the moment. Gone. Sutherland takes the catch. The captain catches the captain, and Turner walks off in disappointment.
We talked about mixing pace in that last over. He's actually been really conscious.
Times. And what I've loved about his game is he's...
Hardy goes after that and gets a really good piece. They need a few more of those, the Scorchers, and this man, he can do it.
Oh, look at that. Exactly, and right on cue. Just after Aaron Finch talked about taking your opportunities with good, clean swings of the bat. Nothing reckless. That Scorchers line up. Middle.
Off the top edge, you swing hard. The edges fly here in Perth. Just a bit deceived by the bounce there, Evans.
Just another one of those deliveries off the crack that just stands up in the surface. He threw it way too early, but gets the edge on it, flies it.
He has just, as if hitting catching practice to Rizwan, guided it straight to the keeper. And Evans goes.
Well, a huge wicket for the Chief. Coming in, bowling in the surge, putting his hand up as captain. Like we talked about in the preview, he's going to go for 8 off 8. That's a big wicket.
Off the over. Wickets have just continued. Hobson pulls. Great shots. Classy. That made a beautiful sound off his bat.
That's the first pull shot we've really seen clattered tonight. Most of them have been hacked into the outfield, not being able to get the right purchase on it with some variable bounce, but that there from Hobson is as...
It's the second wide of the innings. Just wide of a diving Rizwan down to the boundary. So they get a bit of a push forward through the surge. 23 off it for the loss of Laurie Evans, 5 for 96. Just sent in by the Melbourne Renegades. Hardy hits it hard, good shots.
Great aggressive footwork there from Hardy, getting deep in the crease and creating the length he needed to pull that one.
Even remotely above the eyes.
Flies that in.
Quick Pete go.
Hits the stumps, it's out.
Wow.
That's going to be really close.
Great work from Berendorf getting in over the stump. Oh, gone by miles.
How good's that?
It was just starting to develop again. Go for 10. 6 for 111.
Huge role to play with the ball.
No, he's one of my...
Goes flying off the edge. And Hardy will be happy to take a boundary in any way, shape or form at the moment.
It's the shortest way home. Not where he wanted it to go. But he swung hard. It's that time of the innings, isn't it?
Goes after that. Hasn't got it. Fraser McGurk has got it. So they get Hardy, who had toiled away in difficult conditions and against good bowling. But he has to go now for 44.
Yeah, you've got to give it to Gurinder Sandhu and the Renegades. They've stuck to the game plan and they've continued to hit a hard length. And this is another one. Gurinder Sandhu.
9 balls to go.
Get down the ground.
He's out. Sutherland doesn't drop those. Gurinder's got 3. And it's another important role he's played for the Renegades.
You're right, Al. He keeps getting the job done for his team. Bashing in the wicket. An interesting shot, first ball from Joel Paris. Thought he had the length and the left.
Edged, what a take! A one-hander from Rizwan. Gurinder Sandhu gets 4 again. What a season he's having. What a season they're starting to have.
Well, can you believe it? That is one of the best catches you'll ever see. Full to 9 for 120.
3. That's not a bad strike. That's a really clean strike. Richardson, he can wield the willow.
Wonderful strike from the youngster. He's been in and around the test team. He played a test match, so he would have been practicing his forward defence. Then he walks out at Optus Stadium.
Gives himself room and then flicks it off the hip. He's running hard. 2 would be ambitious.
In trouble.